the home of the do-it-yourself trucker. When everything goes wrong, you gotta Redneckanize.
Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, this is Ed, Redneckanize Radio. Appreciate everybody joining us this evening. We are live here every Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, and you just call 516-387-1733. Join the conversation. We're always talking about what's going on in the trucking industry, the news out there on the world today, and just how it affects truckers and all that kind of good stuff. And, of course, if you're not familiar with Redneckanize, you check us out, redneckanize.com. Mainly what we look forward to do is getting with everybody at the truck show, getting there in the Mid-America Trucking Show in Louisville, Kentucky every year. And we set up in the parking lot and serve dinner and have a little bit of entertainment going on. And, you know, it's a good, nice little warm place in the corner of the parking lot there where you can kind of get out of the weather and just mingle with a lot of good truck drivers out there that you can just talk to, build relationships. You know, it's funny. That's how we started. You know, we got there separately and just kind of met each other and then said, you know, hey, you're good people, let's hang out. And then we started just over the years, and this is what happened. Redneckanize happened, and that's how we got together. So and then, you know, one thing led to another, and here we are now on YouTube and doing a live show thanks to great sponsors and great people wanting to get involved in all that. So we couldn't be more pleased with that. So one of the great sponsors that we had a privilege with getting together with was Trucker Tools. Trucker Tools app, you can check them out at truckertools.com. You know, if you're looking for like one of those all-in-one apps where you can, you know, get everything you need done and everything, that's the Trucker Tools app where you can track freight and you can book freight. And of course, if you're a driver out there just looking for a place to just get stuff done as trucking, you can find things, you know, do searches and all that. There's a community of other truck drivers where you can ask questions and stuff. But there's also like where you can go search for facilities like the truck stops, fuel stops, and of course maintenance. And there's even a little separate place over there where you can find all the Walmarts and use the GPS tracking to, you know, find the one nearest you. And sometimes that's a good thing, you know. So yeah, you can check them out, truckertools.com, or you can download their app from the App Store, and that's a great way to do that. So we can, you know, get to know Trucker Tools and get to know Redneckanize. And we also have links to their websites as well on our website, redneckanize.com, and check them out. And be sure, don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. What we do is we try to help out, make videos to educate four-wheelers on how to drive around big trucks. We try to educate other truck drivers on how to deal with issues out on the road. But another thing too is just, you know, it's like trying to catch something where you guys can stay informed. And what we try to do is get information out there to people about trucking and kind of take it from a different perspective, that where you don't always see, you know, or get an idea of what other people think about, you know, certain topics that might be on your mind. So it's always cool. And that's kind of why I did it. You know, I think about things and I ponder on circumstances and how to solve problems. And it's always good to get out there and just present your ideas and see what other people think and get your ideas across too. And that's a great way to do it. So like I said, the YouTube channel is a great way that we got that set up, and we're hoping to build off of that and grow it and just, you know, become part of the great community of sharing content out there for everybody. So one of the things that I was going to dive into that I saw was CDLlife.com issued a article. This was done, it looks like Friday. CVSA has already scheduled next year's big truck inspection blitzes and says, here's are the dates you need to know. It says the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance may have finished last major truck inspection efforts of 2021, but the group is already looking ahead of 2022. Truckers can breathe a short sigh of relief after CBS Brake Safety Check 2021 concluded on August 28th. But the first blitz of 2022 is now only a matter of months away, and here are the dates you need to know. So it says International Road Check is scheduled for May 17th through the 19th. It says Operation Safety Driver Week is scheduled between July 10th and July 16th. And, of course, Brake Safety Check Week is August 21st to 27th. It says unannounced one-day brake safety enforcement initiative. This can be held at any time during the year and also involves inspectors checking brakes to identify brake violations. The previous surprise brake safety day took place on May 26, 2021. Of course, you know, nobody talked about it, so I guess it wasn't a big deal. But this is one of the things that I think truck drivers out here, you know, we complain a lot about things going on in the world, and it's a lot of big issue stuff. And I think this one here, this is one of the ones that we probably, you know, if you're a so-so truck driver, especially if you're a so-so owner-operator or even a crappy owner-operator, you love this. This is great because you now know when to schedule your time off. You got a crappy truck, a truck you don't think is going to pass inspection, or maybe you got Joe Blow the mechanic always pencil whipping the inspections for you. Well, this is great because you'll always know that as long as I stay off the road these days in these states, because it's a CVSA thing, which it's not even nationwide. So by doing that, you're getting off, you're staying out of certain states during these dates and staying, of course, you know, stay off the road in those states. You run different states, they don't always participate in all these things. And of course, everybody knows you run in some states and you never get checked at all anyway, because it's like stay off of that road, stay off of that road. And of course, this is old school trucking. It goes back a long way, especially when it was like when you had tolls or you had scales, and you were always trying to the shipper's like, hey man, I got this load, I got to move it, and you're going to get paid good to do it, but they want it done at a certain time. It's a certain weight, it's too heavy, and hey, when it pays good, that's when a truck driver figures it out. But this here, a lot of times, what we all know and what we've talked about here before is that it's just a way. If you look at the book, you can always find somebody that's going to fail an inspection. So really, if you're a good driver, if you have a good truck and you're a good owner operator that keeps track of your stuff, you really don't like this either. You don't like the dates, because you want it to be a surprise, because if they're doing their jobs and people are out there on the road taking care of their stuff, then they shouldn't have anything to worry about. And so that's where you are. If you're a good driver, you're one of the ones that, I ain't worried about it. They can inspect my truck all day long. They'll probably find something wrong with it, because any driver or any inspector, any of those guys out there, those DPS troopers and whoever they are, inspectors, CHP, whatever, if they want to find something wrong, they're going to find something wrong. So as a good owner operator, a good owner of a truck that keeps up their truck, they always know that, yeah, if they want to find something, they'll find something. But what you don't like is it that, hey, I keep up with my stuff because I don't want to get pulled over and have something, unknown come around that I didn't check. Well, you don't like it that the dates get announced, because that way, then, how you go down the road and you see a guy, he's got, stuff missing, lights ain't working, headlights, one point one direction, one point another direction, maybe one headlight don't work, and they're just going down the road like it ain't nothing. What are they doing? Are you hoping that they're limping to the next truck stop so they can get it fixed? But, I've always carried extra lights. If I got a light out, I get it fixed. What is wiring problem? I got stuff to fix wiring problems. What do you need? So everybody said, well, I gotta, or some people just don't care. They don't have lights working. They don't care. They'll run down the road with their brights on because one headlight is out, because they don't care. And when you're a good driver, a good owner operator, you're like, why is that guy going down the road like that? And here I am worried about, little things on my truck all the time. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to be worried about it, because you're doing your job. You're doing good. So that's a big deal. And these other guys, you just hope that karma catches up with them and they get caught. That's the whole deal on that. So that kind of thing is always the thing. And like, we've talked about it before on here before, if these DOT inspectors were doing their job, they'd be out here all the time. Or they'd be out here, they wouldn't be announcing, the events where they're coming around doing all their stuff. They wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't be, worried about what's going on with, having these dates where they can come out and do all that. They would be checking, they would just show up and check. I was in the service, and it was always weird that we'd be announced like, next week's going to be an exercise where we're going to be prepping for, all the stuff and all that. And then you would have, and it was like, well, I mean, I'm ready all the time. Why do we have to get everybody ready? War just doesn't show up, or war doesn't get call in to schedule an appointment. You need to be prepared all the time. So that kind of thing always bugged me. It's like the general needs to come in and he just needs to push a button and send everybody into panic mode, or even somebody from the outset, where the general don't even know what's going on, because that's how you prep because you always got to be ready, so that kind of thing. But I always thought that was interesting that they've already announced the dates. The year ain't even over yet, and they've already announced the dates, and it's just crazy. So, what do you think about that? It's I think that like we've always said on this, Redneckanize, we've had plenty of people always comment about it. They should be out there inspecting vehicles all the time. They shouldn't be trying to get tickets. They should just be checking for safety. They should be using common sense. Your brakes should be good. Your lights should be working. Your tires should be in good condition. That kind of thing. But, if you want to nitpick, I really wish you wouldn't. But a lot of times that's really all they're doing sometimes when they get told, hey, you need to be writing more tickets. And they go in there and they nitpick, for, like the book says. The book says, Greg's commented on here, the founder, director of Redneckanize, he's commented on here before, hoses shouldn't be touching. And you see them all the time on the back of the trucks. The hoses are touching. So, crazy stuff like that. But other than that kind of deal was just got me rolling a little bit about how, truck drivers, we talk about how we have done a lot of things that we're just okay with. We're okay with, having a blitz out here, scheduling that. We've got good drivers that out here doing good things, and the DOT officers and inspectors are telling all the bad drivers, hey, we're going to be out here and inspecting next week. So if you ain't got a good truck, get it off the road. I mean, we should be bitching about that more. And we should be talking about how the rules are really, really strict. It's so funny. I remember years ago, it was like on a national news. National news talked about how it was truck drivers are hard, driver shortage, right? The national news, national radio show on satellite radio. It wasn't a trucking channel. It was a regular news channel. Had a radio show, and the host was talking about driver shortage. Brought somebody from the ATA or somebody on there, and a driver called in. The guy called in. He's, I'm a truck driver, and goes, and this is crap. It's too many rules. And then the radio host says, why you do it then? And he's like, the freedom of the open road. It's like, well, wait a minute now. There's no freedom out here. There ain't no freedom. We do it because we're good at it, and we do it because we're good at it, and we can make good money doing it. But there are a lot of rules, and what we see out here is when your driver's out here trying to obey the rules, we see so many people breaking the rules, getting away with it, because there's they're not enforcing it like you think they are. Just like we're talking about vaccination mandates, the rules supposed to come down from OSHA. OSHA don't care. OSHA is going to set up that rule, and if they do come out with the rule, which they haven't yet, what they're going to do is they're going to go after the big companies. That's who they're going after. They don't care about the little companies that shouldn't be operating because they're not following the rules. They don't care about that. They don't care about shutting down those bad drivers or bad companies. They go after the big companies because the big companies have the checkbooks. That's all they care about. So let's bring in our number one expert in this topic, and let's see how he's doing out there tonight. We got the audio things fixed up. What's going on, Greg?
Not a whole lot. Just come back in. I've been out there working on the trailer, trying to get everything put in there, get it organized.
Yep.
Just working on that today. How's everything been going?
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I got a little extra stuff worked out where we got some audio fixed, and I just had to, I had everything fixed up, and then like you're saying, you couldn't hear anything, and then Robbie told me on Facebook there he couldn't hear anything, and I was like, what it was, I just had the wrong buttons pushed.
Huh. Yeah, it's not quite as loud as it's been in the past, but it's not bad. It's okay.
Yeah, and I figured out that I can crank it up a little bit more. I just haven't because on my end I can hear real well and everything, so I thought about
right.
I can even probably turn it down more on my end, and
right.
and not be that bad. So yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else looks good. So what do you think? I don't know if you heard or not, but the OSHA, they already announced the dates, their safety blitz inspection dates for next year already.
Your what dates for next year?
Well, you know how CVSA puts out their inspection blitzes where they they did the safety check, the brake safety week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've already announced the dates for next year. They're going to do International Road Check on the May 17th. They're going to do Operation Safe Driver Week on July 10th, and they're going to do their brake safety week on August 21st. These are all next year, 2022. So just like I said at the beginning of the show, as a truck driver, you already know when to take off. It's either so take off during the week of the truck show, and then take off when they're out there inspecting, and that's when you take vacations.
I don't care. I don't care that they do that. They do whatever the Lord desires. But it's just like I've said in the past. I've made comments, and and I don't care who likes it and who don't. Me.
Yeah.
I just want to know when they're going to do it in the middle of January or February when the snow's flying. Why they got to do it in the summer months? We got to work in the winter. Why can't they?
No kidding, right? Yeah.
And why do they have to have them blitzes? Why do they have to have a blitz? They call it a blitz, and they go out there for 72 hours or whatever it is.
Yep.
All they're doing is what they should be doing every day.
Well, yeah.
Every time they stop a truck, they should go over that truck and inspect that truck at level 1, whatever. Don't go over and just eyeball and say, yeah, okay, well, yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, it's a truck. Okay, see you later. It's nonsense.
Yeah, well, just like we said, all the bad drivers, the ones out there driving crappy trucks, they love it because they know when to not be on the road. Because
like me, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're out there. You don't care when they inspect your truck. You know what they're going to find. You know that if you get a inspector in a bad mood, he's going to find something wrong. Because
they want to find something, they're going to find something.
Yeah, and then like all these crappy drivers out there, they just know they try to stay away from all that because they know they'd be shut down because they don't take care of their equipment, and there's so many of them out there. There's so many of them out there they don't take care of their stuff, and we see it all the time. How they just don't take care of it.
Right.
And they just get away with it, and it upsets us out here. But that's we're not gonna forego our standards because other people out here with low standards. We're just we hope that we can see it and point it out. That's the way we see it.
I see them anymore. I don't even worry about it. I don't avoid them. I don't try to miss them. I don't try to dodge them. I just go down the road, do my job. I look at them. They're there. Okay, I look right at them and keep on going.
Yep,
and
right.
you want me to come and get me? No, I don't care anymore.
It's it's a big deal. So yeah, just what do you think about that? Let me know. Like I said, call in at 516-387-1733. And don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And check out our website, redneckanize.com. And just stick around. Let's see, we're getting back going again over here. Good deal. All right, well, yeah, just hang out with us. And, don't forget, like I said, check out redneckanize.com. Check out our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Appreciate all doing all that. Call in 516-387-1733. And we're just trucking around here. Redneckanize Radio. We'll see you later.
Yeah, but I'll keep on moving. I keep moving down the line. There ain't nothing in my mirror, just a cloud of dust and smoke. What do you expect when some old trucker's heart gets broke? Yeah, trucker's heart's getting broke. But them big wheels of rubber gonna rubber off of my mind.